Mr. Bopage, to start with, could you tell us what is the most important reason the voters should choose you and your party during this election?
Yeah, in fact, Lakmal, now during the presidential election, people have given a clear message. That message was that they actually, it was a protest vote and their disagreement against the traditional political parties who rule the country. So that we never think that NPP had an alternative political plan, alternative agenda for the society. But only thing is, people believe being a political party that who did not rule the country could change everything. So we respect that aspiration of the people, that the changing of their mindset toward a different movement is a some sort of progressive move. At the same time, we believe that message should be given even during the general election as well. So same people who denied by the people now in the opposition, now they are asking the power of the opposition. But people have already given that message. They people don't accept the agenda of that particular opposition. Therefore, the very reason that we contest for this general election to change the opposition. We need more radical, progressive opposition. If the NPP is going in a wrong path, how to derail them and how to fight for the betterment of the people. In that sense, what we are asking from the people, give the power of the opposition to the movement like People Struggle movement.
Right. People Struggle Alliance is aimed at transforming present Sri Lankan political, social, economic system into a socialist system. So, do you think that the people of Sri Lanka will believe in the socialist system in the future?
For a moment, let's forget the word of socialism. Sri Lankan people have been fighting for free education. They always want to protect the public health system. At the same time, there are people always demanding to eradicate the social disparity, poverty. Those are the elements of the socialism. So we, being the People Struggle Alliance, we have been fighting for that common purpose of the people. So what we believe, we have to change the entire system. Just simple reforms cannot change anything. So our manifesto is concerned, there are two long-term and short-term objectives. Our long-term objective is to convert the society to socialism, but in the meantime, there is an interim program. That interim program, that we are believing, we have to completely eradicate the social disparity and at the same time to build the equal society, to enhance the democracy. Those are the main objectives in our short-term plan.
Right. Some might think that it is a utopian concept. If someone suggests.
No, all over the world now that trend is there. In France, the election, the majority people voted for socialist program. In Mexico, in Brazil, at the same time the UK election, most of the independent individuals who who brought their propaganda for the socialist system, they won. So there is a trend in simple. This capitalism is now it's a trodden system. People are suffering. You know what is happening in Gaza. All these are the reflection of the capitalism. The poverty level is very high in the world. Social disparity is very high. So we need an alternative system for this trodden capitalist system. We believe that is the socialist system.
Right. What core values and principle does your party stand for in a parliamentary system, and do they differ from those of current NPP government?
Yeah, under Westminster system, anyway, the state structure is still there. So the state structure always following the general protocols. So ultimately, these general protocols, our experience is people will not be benefited out of them. So we need a radical changes in this system. So what we suggested to bring a new constitution and expand the fundamental rights and convert this representative democracy to participatory democracy, at the same time as to how we give a proper solution for national question. Likewise, we have our own, at the same time, very radical, progressive agenda for the society. So that's why we are contesting. We don't believe merely because people change the faces in this system, nothing will be changed. We need a proper agenda, proper program.
Mhm. The economy is at the forefront of everyone's mind this time,
Yes.
right? We know that your party not advocate for IMF-based solution to this economic crisis. Then, how does your party plan and address main economic challenges?
It has already been proven that IMF is not a solution, because ultimately after the year 2028, we have to start the payment of the debt installment, and the debt interest will be increased from 6% to 8% after 2028. And in the guise of debt restructuring, all the benefits have been people's deprived, all the benefits of the EPF and ETF. So, and still this government is unable to decrease the VAT, at the same time privatization. So, having considered all these things, IMF is not a solution. It has been forcefully, actually, the government actually forcefully pushed to go for a IMF solution. So, what we suggesting, we need a concrete, sustainable solution for this debt crisis. So, we have to negotiate with ISB holders, at the same time bilateral countries. At the same time, we have to identify what are the odious debt, what are the predatory debt. So there must be a haircut of the debt. After that, we can minimize the burden of the debt. Thereafter, only we have to find a solution for repayment of debt. So we have our own solution. So merely because you have gone with IMF, now it has been proven it is not a solution for this debt crisis.
Indigenous solution.
Our own solution. Actually, countries like Argentina, Greece, they were able to go for their own solution, but this solution is not our own solution. Actually, international sovereign bond holders and certain bilateral countries actually forcefully asked us to agree on this IMF solution.
Right. The various parties talk about frauds and corruption, especially allegation that stolen assets hidden overseas. So, what would your approach, would your party approach be towards frauds and corruption?
Yeah, in our manifesto, we have clearly suggested to go for a fully equipped for the commission, for anti-corruption commission, with full power, with the participation of the people as well. Now, the current system, there's no participation of the people. Some authorities and some individuals, officers only involving in this process. So it's utter failure. So we are suggesting that, at the same time, how to divulge the assets of the government officers, at the same time politicians. There must be a proper law for that. If they are unable to divulge their assets, then there must be rigid rules and laws to punish them. At the same time, if they are unable to show as to how they earn this money or assets, then definitely those assets should be confiscated. This kind of radical solution must be there. Otherwise, now even this government, we can't see that kind of approach for this corruption. Now people who have been involved in corruption now be a part of this government. They have been given certain positions. So therefore, we believe that, of course, we have to give a proper mechanism to eradicate the corruption.
With that, we wrap up our interview with Attorney at Law Nuwan Bopage. Mr. Bopage, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Lakmal, for giving this opportunity.